Okay, so here we're going to plant some courgette Gold Rush F1 hybrid seeds. They're dry seeds. Got 5 here. They're basically courgettes, but they'll be yellow when they grow. So get a container with a couple holes at the bottom. Pour a bit of soil in. Leave about 2 centimeters from the top, because usually the seeds for vegetables, most of them, or a lot of them, need to be about that height. Anyway, for these seedlings that we want to create. So put them in, put them slightly apart, about 2 centimeters apart. Here we've just got the one, and then top it up with a bit more soil, probably about 18 millimeters worth to, 2 centimeters. 18 millimeters being very specific. Okay. Put them in. And then spray a bit of water. Just leave it in direct sunlight. Going to plant these courgettes that we planted about 2.5 weeks ago or so. They're these yellow, really beautiful yellow courgettes. Let's take them into the garden. Now they're big enough to be planted into our bigger garden. What we're going to do is, because we've got 5 courgettes here and we want to do a full row of courgettes, we'll plant them about 20 centimeters apart, and we should be able to get a good 5 in here. Let's give it a, so just give it a quick idea of where they're going to be, and then we're going to take these out. So you've got to be really gentle when you're taking these out, because you don't want to damage any of the roots or anything. So here we go. Ah, perfect. These are coming apart really well. So you just got to separate them, but just make sure you don't actually damage the roots when you do. Take each one and then create a little hole, pop it in, and then just cover it up with some soil. There we go. This is really good compost at the moment. Try and get some decent compost for it, just to make sure it grows as much as possible. So another one. Let's get this one out first, which has 2 in it. You can see these roots have grown really, really well. Okay. This one here. Just pop it in. Cover it up with some soil. This next one here. And then we won't have to move these again once they're done, because they'll be able to grow here. We just need to give them nutrients that they need to help them grow as much as they can. There we go, just pat them down around it. And then what we'll do is we'll just give this a little bit of water, just to make sure that the stems settle in well. And that's it. What we can do is we'll come back to this in a couple of weeks' time, and I'll show you the progress. So it's now been 3 weeks since we planted the courgettes into the garden. You can see they're growing really well. These broad leaves are growing really well at the moment. The stem's really stiff as well at the bottom. It's growing pretty good. Over time, these will just flourish into more and more leaves. They'll get bigger and bigger, and slowly we'll hopefully get to see some courgette flowers and actually the courgette starting to grow.